Misa, good to go?
Please, no. Hey.
It appears we're all set, Captain.
Don't call me Captain.
Fine, Admiral. Jeez.
No.
Dwarf.
Captain Admiral?
Lieutenant? I don't know. We're not a rank
Captain
here.
Admiral Colonel?
No, we're
Commodore?
Admiral.
Oh, good lord.
Go
There's-
ahead.
Neither is the Lord here, nor is anything good.
Yeah, no, we're all here. Nothing can be good. Anyway,
I try.
with what I presume is now the recording going.
Why would you assume such a hateful thing of me?
Hi, we were on vacation.
Just a little.
Holidays happen. Moving on.
Christmas and New Year's and all those other unrelated things, because they totally aren't related to each other.
Shout out to Gaming Legend in the YouTube comments section, who is desperate for this series to come back. FYI, I have received at least 4 messages about it.
Hi.
Well, we're here. We exist. We're not dead.
Yet.
Give
Don't
it
speak,
time.
speak for yourself. You don't know if I'm dead or not.
Okay, fine. We are not dead to the degree where we cannot talk anymore.
I'm at least a little dead inside.
Seems legit.
Fucking
I-
nerds. Put the go button already.
And I won't rule out anyone dying this session.
Yeah, it's possible.
If Warp
Hi,
dies, she's
Lex.
taking... I'm making sure she takes down everyone with her.
That could probably happen. In any case, moving on to what we're here for. So, last time you were
This room was
recruited.
fucking empty.
Yes, it was more empty, and now it's still a little empty. More will come, don't worry about that. But last time, you were, finger quotes, recruited by a man you've come to know now as Roberts, who gives no other name, and most likely will not give another name unless you find some way to force it out of him.
Kyle
Recruited
gets
into
started.
being... Yeah, well, good luck with that one. Recruited into being part of a group fighting against those people who so happily tried to kill every last one of you.
I feel it has more aggressively annoyed me, but fair.
Look, okay, aggressively annoys you so far.
Good point.
Ah, yes, thank you. That should handle all of that.
We have a Throglax token sitting around somewhere in case we need it, right?
Yes. No, yeah, no, we're fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just as long as it is not necessary to have, he's on top of you.
Yeah, as long as we
Hi.
don't need it, that's fine.
I'm
So it's
presuming
been a-
this stuff arrived and we slept or something.
Yes, I'm getting onto it. It's
Sorry,
only
go
been a
ahead.
few hours since you first arrived here. You were a little shanghaied, a little asked politely if you could help set up the now curtain barrier over here, separating a sleeping area / medical area, should anyone need it. Which, for the record, was after Roberts helped Miss Murphy cover up the shrapnel in her legs, bullet holes, and such.
Hmm.
Ah,
I mean,
yes,
Tyrant
thank you,
politely helps, but other than that.
But considering that hurt, now it doesn't hurt. You have that much going for you.
When does my grill arrive?
Your grill arrives not long after, and Roberts will happily help you set that up as well, since you seemed so keen to have it. He is pointedly not saying wherever it came from.
I don't care. Come from the moon. No, I just need some meat and we're good.
Okay, if it came from the moon, though, we have some bigger questions.
Yeah, honestly, at this stage, would aliens surprise you? There's a ghost like 2 feet away from you.
Also, moon dust is poisonous.
I think I can handle it. Seriously, there's a ghost right there. Would aliens really blow your mind? You're talking to a Tyrannosaurus, okay? Alright. We good? We good.
There's a ghost right where again?
Hush you, ghost.
You know, that's Recon Agent Avery.
So yeah,
Well, you're not wrong.
like I was saying, it's been a few hours. You've been mostly sitting around, but on the plus side, you've had time to recover from adrenaline rush, strange occurrences, revelations of the mind, whatever you want to call them. You've also had time to at least say something to the other people here.
Do I have to?
Not necessarily.
I have an important question. When this stuff was brought in, was there other people besides Roberts over there?
No.
Alright, so this stuff just appeared?
This stuff fell out of a portal in the sky.
Alright then.
So it's bashed to shit?
No.
It didn't fall a long distance. It was that, just like a little tiny...
No. That's actually one of the strange things about it. It did fall from the roof of this room, which is about 15 feet up, but there's no damage to it whatsoever.
Okay, that's... Alright.
Just for fun, I'm gonna fly up to the top of the roof and then drop like a stone.
The stone would crack and shatter when it hit the ground.
Sorry, was that 5-0 or 1-5?
1-5.
Well,
I'm sure there's a complicated answer.
Yep.
Yes, there is a complicated answer that you're not likely to get now. While you've been busy either socializing or not, Roberts has been setting up the large monitor now covering almost the entirety of the north wall.
Did he just pull out a suitcase and fucker unfold it? How do you just set that motherfucker up? It's like bigger than me.
The same way that your oven came here.
Fucking landed. Alright then. There's probably a deep, interesting, and either scientific or magical explanation for all of this.
One would hope.
You know, Mr. Smith just announces that and just kind of wanders over here, peers at Roberts. Are you going to present one, or presume ignorance is bliss?
Roberts will glance back. That would be the result of our unseen friend's assistant, and she can explain herself whenever she deems it necessary.
Magic or science?
I can't actually guarantee one or the other myself, but presumably the former.
Little option A, little option B, used to that.
You're used to magic?
Tell me, name the first thing that comes to mind when one being shifts to another. Let's say man to animal.
Dr. Monroe?
You're surprisingly educated. No, I was going for the more popular, where something.
Transubstantiation. No, wait, that's something else.
Wolves, wolf wares or whatever. That. Where do you think the project got started? The idea of something monstrous becoming less so.
Project.
No, a wolf were is a wolf that turns into a man.
I really don't know any. Well, then again, I don't expect you to entirely. Then I don't know how much does it matter, though. Suppose it matters a little bit.
If you all want to stop discussing werewolves over there, I have something to bring up.
That's fair.
If you would all just come over here, please.
Arm flop.
All right, look, we've been lucky enough.
Really.
We've been lucky enough to build up here in a place where we know the Prejudicium cannot detect us underground. And before we started building, they weren't in much of this area at all. There was nothing here to interest them. No government build.
Sorry, I hate to interrupt, but do they not detect underground, did you say, or just not here?
Just not here.
Oh, okay, continue.
There's no government buildings, there's no people of note, there's nothing really at all in this area besides standard civilian life. But not long after we did start building, something did get their attention, and we're still not entirely certain what.
It wasn't me.
No, you are in a completely different area of the city from us. But the point is, one of their operatives has gone missing just recently, and they are examining this area far too closely than any of us would like.
Will that officer be the one right there? And he points at Avery.
No. They are currently assuming he's a casualty.
Ah.
If they did blow up the street, they imagined some people would be lost in the rubble.
Logical.
But in any case, you 4, 5, possibly. He gives a look to Joseph and Throglax. Not really sure what to think about the latter of those two.
At the very least, 4.5.
You're the only people who can operate on the streets right now. Most of you are not immediately recognizable.
My sword yells out, 6! There's 6! I'm gonna cut you!
I don't know whether that was him deliberately, or whether his sword actually does that, and both scenarios mean I would prefer if he stays here, or maybe pretends to be a clown. Is that the right word? Clown?
Roberts gives a very tired sigh.
Juggler? Mime. It's mime, isn't it?
Look, we've only been able to track the signal sooner than the Prejudicium because we're literally right under it. We know that their missing operative is in a warehouse near here, and we don't know why, and we don't know who would have taken one of theirs. But we're not going to do anything else until you stop this, until you get them to stop looking in this area.
So find what's causing the hubbub and stop it.
Essentially.
Be it their missing agent or otherwise.
Find whatever caused it to go missing.
Well,
Unless there are any objections.
As someone who has a vested interest in not being hunted every day of my...
Say life,
You know
I
what I
dare
mean.
you.
On life?
You know, I have never actually gotten conclusive proof that I'm dead, but we'll go with that.
Phantasmal existence works.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, this... Yeah, our objective's still aligned, so, yeah. You finish your speech, but we have a more immediate problem to deal with before a slot can go anywhere.
And that would be?
My current ride.
Yes.
We'll get there. You finish your briefing.
I'm not going to eat him.
Well, there's nothing much else to say, unless there are any objections. We know where the agent's signal is, and we don't know why. We need you to find out why. I can't afford to leave just yet.
Okay.
So what is your hang-up with the body?
Turns to Joseph first. Not yet convinced you're not just a ventriloquist, but yeah.
Illichor is one of the greatest of magical blades, but he's very annoying. Hey, who are you calling annoying? I'll cut you.
Right.
Is seriously, do you have a cartoon character in there?
I'm just out of character. I'm just glad that it's not the singing sword from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
No, he's annoying in a different way.
Back in. So I'm only here, like in here,
Physical.
until this guy falls asleep. So, I mean, I can make that happen early, but I'm not sure this is the best outfit to be wearing for an intrusion anywhere.
Should I take him outside, tie him upside down naked to a tree, and then let him go to sleep, and find you a new body to puppet? What's the process here?
I'm glad you're already genre savvy enough to lead with those suggestions, but still sounds like a kink. Here.
I don't have money to do it with.
I'm going to leave this here. I hope you know what to do with it, Roberts, or if not, someone can decide. I'll be keeping watch. And I'm going to sit down on the floor, lay down.
Before you poof, whatever it is you're doing, how are we to communicate with you in any way, or are you just going to appear in a body and scream, "Don't shoot, it's me"?
Really, I've only got one modus operandi, and that is to be spooky. Catch you guys on the flip side.
We'll figure something out.
I am not used to being the least strange thing in a room.
I lay down, and I would like to enter a meditative trance to fall asleep.
Actually, can you willingly fail saves in this game?
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
I think so long as you have notice.
Well, why don't I just wail the banshee you then? Then he'll be incapacitated.
Because he can just go to sleep.
Incapacitated is different than sleep.
Very much. Because, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because
I mean, if you're just going to do that spontaneously while I'm setting up to enter a meditative trance, then that's what happens. But Avery isn't going to take the time to explain the exact mechanics of how he thinks he works. Anyways, through the trance advantage, it should take a minute of uninterrupted meditation and an awareness check, which will let me control my body in deep ways.
I'm pretty sure everyone's just going to be staring at him for that minute.
I mean, give it about 20 seconds before Mr. Smith pipes up at Roberts. Can I expect to get supplies of food here, or...?
Yes. You're also not entirely expected to stay here all the time, just until some amount of time has passed. They're going to keep looking for you.
Stock up on protein. As in the shakes, bars, those things you've all made, and obscene qualities for a species that doesn't need that sort of protein. But yes, lots of it. An obscene amount. I mean, I'll give you numbers later, but just a lot.
We'll raid a warehouse at some point.
That will do.
Roberts will turn towards the one female of their group. Any requests of your own, Miss Murphy?
Honestly, I don't know that I'm... Am I still sane? Like, this seems too much.
Sanity is an overrated concept.
Generally speaking, yeah.
A bit overwhelming, I would imagine.
That wasn't... Yeah, you could say that.
Is the pot mine? There's a pot on my grill.
Yes, it's yours.
Thank you.
I actually just went to confirm in D20 Hero SRD whether or not taking 20, even taking 10 and taking 20, even though they're standard parts of the D20 system, if they're supposed to be parts of Mutants and Masterminds.
Yes. I had to look this up because it mattered for a couple advantages that let you take 10s and 20s in combat scenarios. Outside of combat, if you're not doing something like tech use,
I know how it works. I just couldn't find confirmation of whether or not it's a thing in Mutants and Masterminds 3rd Ed.
Non-physical, yes.
Okay. In that case, I slip into a trance and enter REM sleep sometime in the next few minutes.
Throglax is going to move.
Well, there's his body. Show me the exit and I will dispose of it, I suppose. I don't know. Throw it in a dumpster somewhere.
Yeah, if you could all just gather up
How closely?
within arm's reach of each other.
Fair enough.
Oh no.
Not with the
I
sleeping
need to lift it.
agent.
Well, I'm taking it with me, unless you want to leave it here.
No, leave him here. We have ways to handle that.
So be it.
Can you kick me from the server? I've been disconnected.
I've
You
also
have-
gone a bit
Go
robotic.
ahead, rejoin.
If we need to return without you, how is this done? By the way we got here originally, or is there other methods? Or will you simply snatch us up?
Right. Roberts goes wandering over to the now sleeping recon agent that used to be Avery. And, well, steals the guy's communicator. When you get there and find the agent, you should be able to take their own communicator. Theirs is more likely to be robust.
Steal their
For
things.
now, Roberts will toss it underhand to Mr. Smith, who so far is the only one asking about it.
Catches.
I'd recommend doing something with it for you, well, if you ever need to change again, it's likely to be broken.
Someone else should probably hold this. Miss...
An arm seems to come out of nowhere from my body and grab it and then retreat back into my coat.
I was going to say, don't give it to the strange magic man, who I'm not sure technology even works for, but as you will.
You'll all be getting one at some point.
Do you even know how to press the button to make it go?
We have buttons.
But do you have radio tuners?
What's a radio?
See, precisely. Matters not, we will all apparently steal one at some point or another. We are within... Do we need to be armed for each of everyone, or just one person each?
No, you're fine. Just waiting a moment to make sure that,
No, we have to be laying on top of each other.
Oh, yes, before I forget. Out of character, grabbing a thing.
We don't need to know what you're grabbing.
Har har.
A thing.
Here you go, Tile.
Grazie.
Out of curiosity, is this abandoned warehouse in the abandoned warehouse district? Because if it is, I have a sudden surge of understanding of what I'm going to need to do.
Well, that's where Power Rangers villains always attack. So
Precisely, and I'm a big, near mecha-sized monster. What do you think's going to happen?
It's not actually an abandoned warehouse, just work is finished for the day.
Oh. That changes things slightly. Good to know.
Roberts gives one last look to the sleeping agent and says to the air, I hope you're still here, Mr. Avery.
I'm going to cast Arcane Sight and then use my Prestidigitation point to give myself the ability to hear ghosts.
You don't hear anything, because Avery's not a ghost. I don't know.
Avery is a ghost, but has no way to prove it.
He's right here.
Is he, though? You need confirmation from Tile, that's where I put the token.
After the recon agent enters REM sleep, which happens on average between 5 and 15 minutes after first falling asleep,
That's a positive, then, considering the chatter we went up to.
It's probably been about 5 minutes by now.
then for narrative convenience, yes, he can have entered REM sleep, and I just sort of slough out of him as though, as though his clothing was wet and spreading a puddle on the floor.
Well, I didn't need to see that, but there it is.
I
Judge not the character of a being by its looks, but by its actions.
Avery notices Joseph's eyes tracking him and waves.
I suppose we don't really have a way of telling if he is here. We're going to send you off anyway.
Very well.
Hopefully he'll be able to let me know if he hasn't been sent with you. But for now, look up at the ceiling, would you please?
Very well. Looks up.
Okay.
Waiting for confirmation of everyone looking up.
Jeez.
Does Avery look up?
You know, I suppose he should, if only out of detached curiosity, but takes him several seconds. Finally, he does. What are all these nutters looking at?
So nothing happens the moment Avery looks up, but once he does, everyone blinks, even Avery, even if he doesn't normally need to do so. And then there's blue sky above you. Looking down will find you on a street. On a sidewalk, more precisely.
The sky is welcome.
You are all standing directly in front of a warehouse.
That makes that much easier, I suppose.
A giant monster crushes it.
I will get to that.
I mean, he actually wants us to go into the warehouse across the street from this one, but you know how.
Well, we're just going to have to figure that one out, aren't we?
Will you go into the warehouse, or will you do anything else around it first?
Oh, I'm going to take a sniff of the air. What do I smell? Besides the usual smells, like are we close to the ocean is my first question.
Someone nearby sounds like they have not bathed.
You're not any closer to the ocean than most of the city is.
All right. So this is not by the pier or the docks or any of that. So it's not one of those warehouses. That narrows things down wonderfully. 2, is there smell of any humans besides the ones next to me?
Yes, there are 2 people inside the warehouse.
2 people inside the warehouse. Take another sniff. Are they armed with any kind of gunpowder or explosive weaponry that's gone off any time within the last, probably a couple hours?
You cannot tell. There are too many smells inside that warehouse.
Too many smells inside that warehouse? So, confused smells. Are we talking like oil and gasoline, or are we talking like spices, or...
Oil and gasoline, lots of metal.
Strong oil and gasoline smells. Let's see.
Industrial warehouse.
Industrial, yes.
Any nearby packaging or anything like forklifts or any stuff obviously about?
Not right now.
Okay,
There might be
it's packed
some.
away. It's packed away for the day, basically.
Yeah, yes.
Also, what side of the warehouse are they on? Loading dock, back wall, alley between 2.
Let's see, where exactly are you in regards to this? Looks like a side door. Not the back alley with the loading dock, but not the front entrance either.
So, beside another building?
Yes.
Okay. Is there vehicle access all the way around this building? Or at least the 2 to 3 sides we can see?
It looks like the vehicle access is actually on the other side of the building. There is no way you could drive one through where you're standing now.
Gotcha.
Which might be the reason you were dropped here.
Possibly.
I had to
What
place
time?
this anywhere.
You said blue sky. What time of day are we talking?
Oh, it is getting darker. It was still morning-ish at the time that attack started. It's probably about 2 or 3 p.m. now.
So not truly getting dark, but daytime. Like strong daytime. Leaning towards noon. Or sorry, leaning towards afternoon.
No, we are in the Arctic Circle. It gets dark at 3.
There are two options. Open the door and stomp in, or be sneaky. Which do you prefer?
Knowing that they cannot see me, I'm going to fly in through a wall and start scoping out the place, but they probably have a minute to discuss first.
Wall directly in front of you?
I'm going to aim for dead center of the wall that's nearest us.
Okay, one moment.
Avery's flying towards the wall. I think he's going to go scope the place out.
That's good to know. Keep me informed of that if you can. Can either of you be sneaky in any type at all? Go unseen? Not, draw attention?
Well, I don't turn into a giant, several-story tall lizard.
Do I look sneaky?
You're cute. And incorrect. No more a lizard than you are a, monkey. Monkey? You're descended from ape. So yes, monkey. Monkey is the correct term. I'm getting distracted. So if you can be subtle, let's try. You... Joseph. That's it. You call yourself Joseph.
How sneaky do I look?
Not at all. Completely unsneaky, to the point of deliberately drawing attention. I just thought you could magic sneak yourself or something like... Oh, what's the thing the little man with the ring did? Invisibility. I think he's more correct than not, so...
You should have access to a new map now, and I should have drawn everyone there.
I do.
Wow, hobo den. Regardless, I'm going to try and be sneaky, sly, and calculated. You two can be yourselves. If you get hit with something heavy, blame yourselves.
I'm
And
going
with
to
that,
send...
Avery, poof.
Yeah, this is a good time to separate Throglax from me.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I said I can't be sneaky. Throglax, sneak off. Go scout the place. We're gonna use Sense Link so he sees through my eyes. Sorry, so I see through his eyes.
Send your little companion up. I will take the forward, and I'm going to assume there's no down unless Avery tells us otherwise.
There's actually not even a second floor.
Okay, Throglax is going to attempt to use his arrows to get to the roof, requiring...
I still want him on the roof because Archer, because logic.
Well, it requires a check, but as has been established, he can take 10 on it, so up to the roof he goes.
Up to the roof.
I may be invisible, but I still need to open a door. So I open the door.
And I'll roll a stealth check for him.
Is that like a status I would do this?
Sorry?
I was trying to figure out whether or not there's a status or a state or something that would he's not technically invisible, but might as well be.
The conditions are only malices, and I don't think
Yes.
I imported any positives like haste or anything into this campaign settings.
Yeah, that'll do.
Just put it in your token label.
Yeah.
Hey, Ian, I don't have control over my token.
Odd. There you go. Who is following Mr. Smith in?
Nope.
Are you not going to enter the building at all?
She does not trust him at all.
Probably for the best.
How tall is this building?
It's a single story.
Oh, to be clear, because I don't know how familiar you are with what it is I'm doing. Is this concealment 10? So all senses is like tactile, so you can't touch me. It is bending, so it's not like invisible. It's like camo. And passive, which means if I do anything like kick someone in the face, it turns off.
So it's invisibility
Skull Hat's not
exactly
moving.
as lifted from Oblivion.
Skull Hat. Yeah,
But-
this is a sneaking into a place with possibly enemies. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Sorry, I thought I was doing like the 5-foot step thing, but I guess I did
No.
it wrong. Sorry.
What is Avery currently doing?
This appears to be a room with only stuff in it and no people, so Avery's going to flip a metaphorical coin and drift through the wall that away to his right.
Yes, I will note here this is a garage door sort of feel.
Okay.
Can Avery actively hear things right now?
Avery can hear, yes. He cannot touch, but he can see and he can hear.
Roll me a perception. And actually, everyone roll me a perception now that that door has been opened.
okay. Keep in mind warps other senses, please.
Yes. The most Warp can tell right now is that there are 2 people in this building. Besides, who she just saw go in.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that Smith's mass feels a little different to her.
Yes.
God, I don't even want to know how that fucking feels.
In this state, I don't get perception checks, but Throgvax does.
Okay, then roll for
I'm not
Throgvax.
sure what bonuses the whole smell thing gives me, so I'm sorry on that. I think it just kind of counters stuff.
Yeah, I know, but don't worry about it.
Okay.
I do not get my own perception checks right now because I'm seeing through Throgvax's senses.
Yes. Speaking of, Throgvax sees a skylight, but that's about the only way in from the roof. But right now, all of you are able to hear only one thing. Someone's giggling.
Like tickle giggle or crazy giggle?
Hard to tell the difference when it's this quiet.
Oh, great. Who said the word penis over and over again?
I believe that was you.
So giggling. Can I guess I can't tell where it's coming from, unless you yourself told me. Peanuts.
Hold on.
I guess I'll keep
One
moving.
question: how loud is it to our ear? Because you're not gonna be able to know where it is, but we know if they're like right behind us or in some undiscernible direction. Like,
You know it's farther in the building.
okay,
Oh, that's what I can do. The people I smelled, have those smells changed or moved drastically? I can't tell if they've like moved around a room, but I can tell if they've left a room.
They are still basically the same as you smelled them in the first place.
Good. And that is coming from which direction?
That is to your... Oh yes, hold on one second. I just realized I hadn't shown this yet. There you go, Avery.
Grazie.
They are to your west.
Is there any
No,
doors?
there is a garage door type of deal right here.
That way, I suppose it is. So I will start moving that way, but I'm presuming Avery gets up to stuff. So I'll just position myself here, I suppose.
Avery's normal mode of operation is to just peacefully blunder from one place to another because he normally moves with impunity.
Ghost force field, ow.
Now, if you would hold on for a moment, Avery.
Yep.
Will the other 2 now enter the building?
Still waiting to see what Throgvax sees through the skylight.
I think Warp is our, shit has gone to hell, kick down the doors person today.
she might come inside at this point. Not very far. I don't know how freely I can move.
Go ahead and come in as far as you want right now into that one room. Also, I'd like to point out for Mr. Smith's benefit that Kaylee Murphy is likely floating right now and therefore pretty quiet.
Jolly good.
Unless she bumps into something.
Could happen, depending on how agitated she gets.
She's silent and I'm invisible. If we combine our powers, we're truly sneaky.
Will Throglax go to the skylight?
Yep, he's gonna go look in.
It is a aerial view of this room.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna teleport up to him, then teleport him into the building, then teleport over here.
Throglax is now in the building. Mr. Smith, go ahead. The giggling continues.
Alright. I naturally go this direction, have to... Okay, so I encountered the closed, I'm presuming, garage doors.
Yes, they are closed. There's a button nearby, or you could, do something else to them.
Well, I test to see if they're openable by hand first.
They are, but only because it's you.
I mean more along the lines of... lock I have to break in, do I have to break a mechanism to do it manually, or is there the button? It's just so heavy, normally the mechanism is necessary, but in my case it's just not, so gotcha.
Uh-huh.
That's all. As I was breaking lock makes a lot of noise, especially breaking mechanism lock. So yes, I'll just slide it open and go past and slide it closed as quietly as possible.
When you start to slide it open, it's going to make a bit of a racket.
Yeah. At the very least, if you're not using the mechanism, it's going to crumple like tinfoil and be 20 times as loud.
Fine, I'll hit the schmuckman with my forehead.
Okay, you press the button, and it actually slides up fairly quietly.
I call bullshit, there's no way this isn't trash. Alright, well.
It's actually a fairly well-oiled machine.
So now I'm on fucking edge. And I presume I get here before Avery does more shenanigans.
Avery, you were out on the street.
Does the building appear to extend the full length here? So that I can tell geometrically, is this likely to be an outside door?
You can tell that from what you saw of the building outside, you know that this leads to somewhere else inside the building.
Okay.
But if you would hold on 1 second. Miss Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? You saw Mr. Smith open the door and continue north.
Well, she, I assume, doesn't see anything odd other than hearing the giggling that's getting steadily creepier the longer it goes. Okay, that was worse than I could have imagined. Don't do that.
Hey, John, when are we gonna cut something? Can you hear me?
Alright, so for reference, doors here.
That is not a door.
Then, okay, so I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so it's just the garage.
This is the only way out of this room.
Yep, just the garage, and then there's a door.
How far will you allow me to move in your time frames?
Feel free to go catch up to Mr. Smith right now if you want. Not to mention because, you can fly.
Sure, but she's inside, so I assume she can't go full bore and just...
No, but she can hover forward faster than most people can move and still be
silent. How much space is there between the tops of these and the actual roof?
About 4 feet.
Okay, so yeah, I won't fit up there.
I mean, just crunch down.
If you lay on them.
Not really what she plans on doing. She is in the air up right now, so...
Speaking of, what the hell is it what we see when we get those crates labeled at all?
The crates have labels, but they aren't labeled plainly. The numbers and letters on them don't mean anything to you.
Alright, so this is not a owned specific storage facility. It is random hobnobbery.
And one tiny question. These boxes that I presume, how high are we assuming they are, or are they like cardboard boxes that have flattened out on the ground?
The ones that look like they're flattened on the ground are flattened on the ground. This place is not very well maintained.
Okay.
This is breaking like 18 health violations, I swear to God.
Were
Yeah,
there
but-
any other doors or means of entry to this storage room back here?
No, actually. This place you might have noticed this place is laid out strangely.
Yeah, where is the loading dock doors? Unless they wheeled these crates in through the office.
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
Yes, Avery, you were going to reveal this room. This is the
Spooky.
interesting room.
So
Nothing
the rest of the
goes-
rooms were boring.
Nothing good comes from any DM saying that, actually.
I think Tyler's
Hey, man.
well aware of that fact. There you are.
It's the Joker, I knew it.
You wish it was the Joker.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
I don't actually think I do.
Avery,
Actually, I do. The worst he'd do is poison fish to make them small.
Depends which Joker, but go on, Avery.
you see it looks like a woman, actually, laying on the floor in that strange outfit. She's being stood over by a man who's in... He looks like a Harlequin outfit. Like an old-fashioned jester, except it's like someone turned pajamas into that. Like those one-piece pajamas.
right.
He would normally be something to laugh at, except for the fact that he's currently holding one of her ears in his mouth.
So I'm guessing that helmet's compromised.
Yes, that helmet is compromised. She still has some kind of balaclava face mask on, but it has a hole in it and it's covered in blood, and she's whimpering. It's not a very pleasant sight. He is the source of the giggling.
What is he just currently focused on his on his victim there?
Yes.
He's getting no pride out of that situation, eh? Oh, hello.
Oh,
no,
boy.
spooking the crazy man is the best idea, but you do you.
Avery, how would you describe the process of floating into someone's head?
I touch someone and I then get sucked in by the limb that touches them, as though you know a hole opened up in them and I'm bathwater.
Mm-hmm. And the process of actually then having control of those limbs.
Once I'm inside, it's my mind in control, and I get to listen to whatever they happen to be thinking about at the top. But that's only once I've succeeded in takeover.
Yes. Well, the standard process begins to happen. You are being sucked in, but at the first sign of you being sucked in, have you ever stepped on a rusty nail?
I've stepped on clean ones.
Okay, now imagine it hurting more and being rougher.
Yes.
Now I want you to imagine that applied to your fingers. And then to your hands, and then to your arms, and then to everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
That is what's going to be happening as you're pulled in.
Okay.
His mind is a no-no place.
Avery has two ways of approaching situations here, guys.
Mm-hmm.
But there was another body.
It is
None.
currently missing an ear.
You don't need to.
She's incapacitated with her ear ripped off.
Yes.
You don't need to hear. Go on then.
But regardless, we're going to give that a moment as Avery gets a chance to adjust to what living in a life of pain is like.
Yep.
Throglax. What are his orders currently?
Well, Throglax has gotten to this door that he can't open by himself because he's too short. So So Rupkin is going to teleport over to him and end the sensitive.
Okay. Then Throglax will move over here for now because he is on Joseph.
And he goes back to hiding on the person.
Is Brad robotic to anyone else?
Yeah,
A bit.
probably just connection issues.
It's
You
just
can't
his
do
bit
anything
rate
about
being
it.
crushed, yes.
I am using auto tune.
Mr. Smith, you were at a door.
Yeah, door open. See, friend, acknowledge with nod, even though he can't see me, probably. Well, maybe he can. I don't know how your weird eyes work.
That effect is still on. I can see you. I have counter concealment 5.
Concealment 10, I don't know how
It
this
works
works.
differently. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it probably works differently. Point is that yeah, I'm opening this door.
No, counter concealment 5 is the highest level. It counters all concealment.
Yeah, I had no idea how it worked, so I figured as it does, I believe me.
Okay, stop there. Miss Murphy.
Has the giggling continued?
Yes, the giggling is currently still going.
Damn. Well, she'll follow behind. She's staying pretty much above them, so depending on how high these doors go, she's only coming down to get in them and then go back up.
How high is the ceiling in here anyway? Again, 15.
The ceiling's only about 12 feet up.
Oh yeah, I'm crushing this place if I transform.
Uh-huh.
Let's be honest, if there's a battle happens in here, this isn't gonna survive.
No, yeah, you're going to obliterate it. I'm just saying I'm gonna poke out through the roof immediately, and it's irritating.
Avery.
Yellow.
Green.
You're still in the process of falling into this body when the giggling stops, and you didn't tell it to stop.
Okay.
And for the record, everyone else is aware that the giggling has stopped. It's like there was a
Yay.
low level of noise throughout the entire warehouse, and now it's stopped. I don't suppose there are any knee-jerk reactions to that?
Sigh of relief.
My knee jerks.
I mean, I'm gonna smell the air to see if the body's changed position, but otherwise,
Nope. One smells
Then-
faintly of urine.
then I have no reason to rush myself.
Avery. The person you were currently trying to inhabit pulls a bag out from somewhere that didn't exist beforehand. He now has a very large bag. It is reminiscent of, old Santa Claus tales. That kind of bag.
Neat.
Okay. Big shoulder sack. Coal sack.
He is now looking around wildly, though you are now seeing it from his view, with as much pain as you're in. And he begins to speak. Oh, we have a friend to see. Someone who is here to play. I want to play with them.
Oh god, no, his power's gonna be slapstick. This is gonna be hard to beat.
He pulls something out of the bag. Avery, I want you to roll something. I need to figure out if it's one roll or the other, though.
Mm-hmm.
Please be a hammer, please be a hammer, please be a hammer. Big squeaky one.
That would be far too silly.
It's a deck the right amount of silly.
It's an inflatable sword.
I'll live with that.
Would this be an expertise, or...
Depends on what it's tied to.
Let's start with the surface level. What does it look like?
Well, that's what you're rolling for. It's a little implement you don't fully recognize, but you might be able to tell from the description of it.
Gotcha.
Actually, Actually, there's such a low chance of you failing it. Just roll me a d20. Okay, you know exactly what this is, and the strangeness of it is only compounded by the fact that you might have some idea what he's doing. He has pulled out a salt shaker in the shape of a skull.
Oh, evil spirits be gone. Oh.
I don't think they sell that at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Well, have you
No,
checked
no,
recently?
no. It's in the Beyond section. I've been there.
Everything's in the beyond.
Beyond
section.
the grave.
Yeah.
Now, everyone else roll a perception. Good, nobody failed utterly. In other words, nobody got below a 15. Yeah, you all heard that. So you have your choice of either moving forward casually or going into initiative.
Did anyone else hear the crazy?
I'm assuming it's the same person who giggled. Same crazy.
Hi ho, poof. What do you need? I'm going into initiative.
Yeah, same.
I
Then
suppose
roll
I guess I
initiative.
am too, then. Go initiative, nerds.
I will have to look it up. I don't know what outfit.
Yeah, I need to make a button for it.
Yeah.
Kaylee's too weirded out.
It is spoopy.
Now, why is it not? Let me set Kaylee's initiative. There we go.
You set mine, or should I do it?
Yours is set.
Okay. I can't open the initiative tab without my map tool is going burp for me, so.
Well, in that case, then your new friend is going first.
Okay, good for him. Surprised he beat Frogdrax.
Yeah.
Initiative of 10 billion.
Well, everyone can roll bad.
So I got a 31.
Yeah, Throglax rolled nearly maximum for him.
Well, everyone can roll bad. Didn't get a 20.
Fair. Then again, you could just have the advantage, lets him go first, period, which could be what's going on.
Hard to know.
Precisely.
You can see that his initiative is 40.
Everyone but Skullhead can. Carry on.
Yes. Avery is the only one who could see as the man starts dancing a merry jig and pouring salt around himself in a circle. Oh, we're gonna make the ghosties go away. Nothing ever stays inside my head. Speaking of, Avery, make a will save.
Let me go find that door. I'm just gonna...
Yes, you are forcibly ejected.
At speed, or
I mean, at speed, but it doesn't mean anything to you. You were shot into the room over.
Well,
You
actually,
are shot
is he
to
shot
here.
Is he shot into any of us? Because that would matter.
No, he is not. Not yet. Wouldn't that be amusing?
high dreams.
Froglax is on Joseph's shoulder. I assume he passed his turn until then.
He's going to delay till after Mr. Smith for now and see what he does.
Mr. Smith.
It's a good thing I can't see that nonsense. I have a speed of 6 in this form, so I'm just going to go where I want to and open this door and move my action, so it's just whatever. I see that.
Open, fancy.
So okay, so as a person, he is a pale-faced, madly grinning with bloody teeth, pajama-wearing, but stylized as a Harlequin, human. Yeah.
Yes. He's also
With
carrying a
jaundice.
very large sack now.
I can't just have a normal day at the fucking office, can I? Okay. Unfortunately, opening a door, I believe, is a turn or it takes an action.
Yes,
so.
that is an actual action. You're just here to see him
What's
now.
the heaviest thing here? That looks heavy over there. I have speed 6. I can just go where the fuck I want. I'm gonna go over here, just burn this thing, and that is some sort of like a rack to like stack boxes on.
It is a rack full of boxes. Yes.
Yeah, good. I'm probably gonna hit him with it really hard, but that'll be my next turn. So I'm done now.
At
This
what
man
point did
walk-
we allow the Tyrannosaur to turn into the Flash?
He does move quickly.
Only in this
In
form.
human
I actually
form,
can't
at
go that
least.
fast when I'm big. Well, I can, but I have to like build up speed. It's just I have a mechanic for it.
In any case, the man watches you as you run by and then offers a wave. Oh, hello, new playmate. We're going to have so much fun. I want to play with you.
I'm not even going to address that. I'm just going to keep walking.
Throglax.
Okay, Throglax is going to attempt to use his swinging power. DC is 20. Good. He has a rank 5 movement, so he's going to swing me in.
Well, Mr. Smith, the human form, is supposed to be his escape vector.
All the attack from Illacor, so basically, I swing at super speed. Throglax swings at super speed, grabbing onto me with his feet, and swings me right into the fucker.
So this is moving, becoming an attack.
Yeah, now Throglax is going to move me on my turn. I'm going to attack with Illacor.
Okay, so he's just dropped you right in front of him.
Yeah, pretty much. So just pretty much flavor-wise, he's swinging me right into sword first, right into the fucker's face.
Oh, hello!
So I have to remember how to do that. I don't remember how you do normal attacks in this game.
D20 plus relevant skill.
Yes, D20 plus whatever your attack skill is versus their parry in this case.
And if you didn't take points in a melee fighting skill, then it's just your base fighting ability.
Yeah, we
Starts
he has
fighting,
close
goes from there.
Yeah, close combat longsword.
Bingo.
Maximum is determined by the rank of the damage power used, blah, blah, blah.
That is a
Okay.
multi-attack.
You're not going to get any bonuses on your attack right now.
Hi, Barry.
Did I get him?
Yes, you have hit him. I am rolling for him now. So what rank is this of damage?
Illacor is rank 10, penetrating 10, incurable.
Okay, you have sliced at him and hit him, but he's moved just enough for Illacor to slice through one of the arms of his pajama jester outfit, which is a very disgusting vomit shade yellow, by the way.
Lovely.
Yes, you sliced a bit of a hole in it, but you have not hurt him.
Okie dokie. I still have my
Yes, you have a movement.
I still have my move, so I get over here.
Miss Murphy, you have been hearing the strange talking, quotation marks, from over there.
Well, so if she dropped down to say here, tried to be sneaky, like, could she actually see him from there?
Yes. If you want to be sneaky, like, give me a stealth roll.
Keep in mind she's not making much noise.
Sure.
But yes, that's my crap roll.
Dip.
Well, she's still trying to go, without drawing attention by being seen.
And unfortunately enough, it does seem like you have drawn his eye.
Just one? Or is it like disconnected from his body? Because at this point, I honestly can't rule it out.
It's
He's
one of the
looking at-
stalks of his hat. Kept saying that.
Yeah, he's a beholder.
One of his eyes has turned to glance at you in his peripherals. You don't know if the other one's looking the same direction.
Can she see that is he stopped munching on that ear, or does she...
It has fallen to his feet at this point.
Okay, so she might not notice it yet.
She can see his
Bloody
feet.
green.
Sure, but he's creepy.
And yes, his teeth are sharp and bloody.
So are mine most days.
Yes, but yours are bloody for a different reason.
Yeah.
Are you going to do anything besides moving?
She doesn't know that he's... Basically, she has no cause to outright attack him yet. So, not really?
He's got an ear in his mouth.
It fell to his feet.
Yeah, she doesn't actually know what he was doing with it, so...
Obviously exploring his ear fetish.
She will go ahead and activate some of her self-defenses, but that's it.
Like?
Basically, she's activating her gravity shielding.
Okay.
The one that does not wreck everything around her. Plus, since she's floating, it wouldn't even touch the ground right now.
Mm-hmm. Avery, you have been flung out of someone's body. That hasn't happened before.
Probably not within living memory, yes.
I mean, I guess salt makes sense. You know there are civilizations that have superstitions about that sort of thing.
All right. Plan B, C, Plan F. Plan F is to look for alternative vectors. Oh dear. This is one of those terrible moments when I have to make a wisdom check just to talk myself out of the bad idea.
Bad idea it is.
All right. Good news is, I go back in, looking for what sent me away, but I have a better idea, and I lock my sights on Throglax.
Won't this be entertaining?
I am attempting a possess.
Hey, I can see you, buddy. What do you think you're doing?
See him doesn't mean you can move fast enough for Throglax to not be possessed.
Oh, he's immune to it. He's within 5 feet.
How does it make him immune to that?
Because it's not an effect that would separate him from me.
Is he immune to will-resisted effects?
He's immune to all effects resisted by will, toughness, or fortitude.
Mm-hmm.
He literally has immunity to everything.
Unless you can separate him from me.
You could hit him with a nuke, and, Joseph would probably die. He'd be standing there
Joseph
looking
will
confused.
die, but Throgvax will live.
Until,
Until the
second.
radiation kills him the next turn.
Alright. It's going to take me at least a round of attempting to possess him in order to discover this.
Yep.
Okay. This is already going very strangely.
You're surprised.
I'm always surprised by how it goes strangely.
Fair.
Do you want me to roll a compass wheel to see in which direction I'm ejected this time?
No, this is not an ejection. This is just... It's like trying to stick your hand through a wall normally. It's just kind of... This doesn't happen.
What do you think you're trying to do?
Our new friend is going to look around. Oh, we have so many new friends to play with. I want to show you all the toys in my little bag. I have such many new toys for you. He's going to reach into his bag. No, won't be getting that today, unfortunately. He's going to reach into his bag and look around wildly between Miss Murphy, the long shelf that Mr. Smith is now hiding behind, and Joseph. And he pulls out what looks like a miniature pyramid. It doesn't... It's not something that's mass-produced, that's for sure. It looks like some kind of trinket you'd buy at the actual pyramids. Just like a black pyramid. And he throws it overhand at Joseph. When he throws it, it turns on end, so the point of the pyramid is pointing at Joseph in midair, and starts to drill its way through the air towards him. This is more than a little strange.
That is pretty weird.
However, it's moving slowly enough, it's not actually going to reach you this turn. And with that done, he turns on one foot and sprints. Leaving that poor, disfigured agent lying on the ground, quietly sobbing and having wet herself some time ago. Mr. Smith.
So, conscious but was just subdued or trapped.
Conscious but terrified.
Gotcha.
Mr. Smith follows at a ludicrous speed. Just the grand clown appears before the clown and states, "You are not a funny clown." And punches him whole on in the face. Just like full on, just face punch.
Go on then.
Alrighty. Okay, how does this work with this form? So, kind of the same, kind of not. Alrighty. This will be an all-out attack, as it always is. There's really no reason for him not to. He's gonna get punched in the face anyway. Meaning me, I have like no parry or dodge. Oh, that was crap.
Yeah, that's not hitting.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and somehow his head is not in the same spot it was a few seconds ago.
If it matters, I have precise attack 2 for close attack, so cover and concealment will not save him. I ignore it for the purposes of... I have no idea how it mechanically works, I'm just throwing that out there.
Mm-hmm.
So other than that, though, went over here, called him a not funny clown, swung at him, that's about it.
Not dragging
Well
people
done.
out of my perception range would be nice.
I didn't move him, he moved himself.
He did move himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was not
he
me.
turned and ran.
There'd be a hole.
Okay.
Throglax.
In that case, Throglax is going to try to move again. He hit the DC, so off we go.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
I see you. So that's Throglax's turn. And on my turn, I'm going to hit the Babbler with a magic missile. So you know how that works. 5 glowing balls of purple energy fly out of my fingertips and go right into his face.
Okay.
How do you do that without having an attack roll?
Because it is perception range.
Yeah.
So he just gets the rank 11 toughness resistance.
Yep. So rank 11 damage.
Yep.
Two of them have hit. Now he's going to roll for something else.
To just
Joseph.
hurt him, or to actually have a good chance of hurting him? Because those are two different things.
Joseph, you see two of your magic missiles impact the clown right in the face, right on his forehead, actually. And then a moment later, they haven't. It's like you know they hit him, and you saw the scorch marks they left there, even if they were fading because magic, and now they're not there anymore, and doesn't seem to have ever been hit in the first place. He's wagging a finger at you.
If he starts quoting Sonic and yelling, "You're too slow," I just...
Well, it's my turn.
Miss Murphy.
Well, this guy is bizarre. And all too creepy. Sure, why not? She'll drop down a little bit so she can see him. And let's me check the size. She's going to throw out her heavy gravity field.
Mm-hmm. I assume you're looking something up.
I'm getting the measurement for putting it down.
It's the Ouch My Face field.
So, yeah, this is an AoE affliction.
Okay.
With a rank of 11.
Rank 11 affliction, okay.
And it's resisted by strength.
Mm-hmm.
Odd affliction choice. Logical, though.
What are its effects?
1 is hindered, 2 is prone, 3 is paralyzed. It's also cumulative, area 1, increased duration, and sustained.
Oh, wait, what am I doing? No, it's just my strength, so never mind.
It looks like Mr. Smith might actually be paralyzed.
Yep. This is not his strong fighty form.
And it looks like the clown is also paralyzed, actually.
Well, isn't this awkward?
Is that all of,
Well, yeah, she moved and had to take that action.
Alright. Avery, are you going to follow your friends in trying to take down a murderous clown person, or are you going to try and figure out why he's here in the first place?
Well, I may have good perception, but I don't know what's happening out there without taking a look. All I know is that they went that way, and I've only got since he seems to be resistant, and since Throglax it seems to be impervious, and I don't really want to go fishing around in the heads of Mr. Ego and Miss Psychosis.
Hey.
Are you going to tell me that you are not traumatized by every living day?
She's fine.
I am going to go over, whisper as I approach. Sorry, I'll try to get you home soon, and attempt an inhabitation.
It's not hard. She's on the verge of passing out in fear anyway, so it's really not that difficult to just slide in. In unrelated news, your head hurts.
I reckon it probably does, yes.
You're also hearing things in binary.
Like actually in my ears, or... Well, ear.
Yes.
Okay. There is something that I still have the action utility to do once I'm here, though.
Yes?
I'm gonna take a little listen with the sixth sense that I have, and find out and get a general feel for how rodent infested the general area is, and by general area I mean a radius of a half mile.
There are at least 3 different families of rats in this building. Farther out, there's... Imagine that for, like, every building around you. This is not a very clean area of the city.
And flying rodents? Pigeons, gulls, bats, whatever.
No, well, there are pigeons. There are lots of pigeons. Yes, thank you for the binary. Yes, there are pigeons, there are rats. Is all you're doing determining that they're here? That they're around?
Yes, because I do need a bit more time in order to actually start talking with them. So, next time.
Alright. Even with the gravity now hindering him, the clown first looks to Joseph.
It's really very rude to shoot at someone with the lights from your fingers, and I know you didn't hit me. You never hit me. You couldn't even hit your own foot if you wanted to.
That seems to be all he has to say, but he turns smoothly back to Mr. Smith and starts talking differently.
Question?
I don't
Yes?
think you can talk if you're paralyzed.
How much? He can't do physical actions.
He's not supposed to, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to figure that one out later. He's not moving, but he's still talking.
Okay, so you keep saying he turns. That's what I was most...
By turns, I mean his head turns. He's able to move his head right now, but that's all you're able to see him doing.
Great.
Mm-hmm. He turns to Mr. Smith. Hey, did I ever tell you about this time I visited the zoo and started feeding the tigers to the people nearby, and then I had to fight out the zookeepers so they'd stop being rude, and then I had more body parts to give the tigers, and they were so happy. And he keeps talking and talking and talking. Mr. Smith, please make me a will save.
Okay. Let's see here. What are my basic defenses on this? Uh, can't be a mental. Is this a mental power?
Uh,
And by mental, I mean if it has the mental descriptor. That's the keeper there.
no.
Okay, so if it doesn't have mental descriptor, you're fine. I'm gonna guess it's probably not a teleportation power.
No.
No, but okay, no teleportation descriptor. All right then. Those are my two major defenses, so I'll just roll the will. Natural 20. Don't give a shit.
You're doing well enough, but that doesn't fully enable you to not give a shit.
I forget if natural 20s in the system are.
I don't think they actually work that way.
I don't
Only
know.
for attack rolls. No
Right, okay,
other
fair.
thing is subject to critical success and critical failure.
Right, you just do the best you can. So I did the best I could. Moving on.
Yes,
The
you do the
20
best you could.
Yeah, the 20 does still give you a +5, one more success rank, but it does not automatically succeed.
Neat.
So does a 36 work?
Still gives him 1 degree of failure.
Okay.
And from that, you should easily be able to tell this guy's above your power level.
Probably, yeah.
Now I just need to look this up really quick because, as always, they put these out in so many different sections of the rules.
Hmm. Oh, sorry, this is dumb as well. If it's a fear-based effect, I'm immune because I'm fearless, but I doubt it. So
It is not a fear-based effect, no.
Yeah, no, I just remember that she was cowering in a puddle of her own piss, so I thought for a second there.
You can safely ascribe that to the fact that he bit her ear off.
I know, I did. I had to guess.
Oh, that does remind me that my aura of courage actually gives everybody who can see me fearless.
Interesting.
Good to know.
Question. Is there a radio on playing Stuck in the Middle with You anywhere in this place?
No, why?
Just wondering if it's an ear thing.
Mr. Smith,
Mm.
he's still talking at you. Like his original story is going off on so many tangents and just run-on sentences. He hasn't stopped talking since he started, and you're kind of just stunned that he can do that. Like his mouth has not stopped moving for a single moment.
I have gone through noise torture before, but the ability to talk like that is new.
You are currently entranced. Not actually mentally so, but as long as he's talking.
Guess I can always talk back. I'm not sure what precisely entranced prevents.
Entranced.
He's so pretty.
In a hideous kind of way, sure.
Entranced means that you are stunned, taking no actions other than paying attention to the entrancing effect. Any obvious threat will automatically break the trance, and an ally can shake you free with a relatively easy check. But in this case, if he ever stops talking, you are not entranced anymore.
Alright, so he's... Okay.
Mostly, he's just fucking talking at you. It started with him feeding tigers with people, and now it's moved on to when the time he went grocery shopping and everyone screamed at him because he was juggling eggs, and you don't know what to do about this. You were entranced.
Hold on.
Yes?
I got bad news bears for this smartass. Regeneration kicks in. I'm not entranced for my turn. As soon as his turn goes back around, I'll be re-entranced, but unless I'm reading this wrong.
That's a very strange effect for that to have. What are you regenerating exactly?
That's the thing, I'm kind of fiddled with it. Basic regeneration works, at least as it's written. It removes, your bruise. That's always removes
damage
bruises.
conditions.
Yes,
Damage
it
isn't a
says it
damage
on
condition.
it. Damage
Okay,
conditions.
cool. Then it does, because for a second there, it seemed very odd.
Yeah, it's not like he's puncturing your ears or anything. He's just talking at you.
Okay, cool. I just thought that was maybe a weird rules.
It does specify damage conditions.
I
He's not hurting
regenerate
you.
my ears.
Thuglax.
Thuglax has had enough of this fucker. I'm going to shoot him with a poisoned arrow.
Are you going to move at all before you do that?
Thuglax can't move with me, so no.
I am going to point out that you are firing into a heavy gravity field with Mr. Smith between the two of you.
He'll have to delay his turn until after me then.
Okay.
We can
Joseph.
just keep switching now. Okay, I'll move here, then I'll try some magic first. Let's see what I got. Wail of the Banshee. That probably won't work, but I might as well try it. I'm going to attempt Odo's Irresistible Dance on him.
Okay.
Stacking afflictions. First, I have to hit him.
I need to ask a question about this. This is presumably forcing someone to dance against their will?
Yep.
Are they aware that's what the spell is trying to do to them?
I don't know how they would be.
Okay.
It's
Second
it's a
question.
ranged affliction. It's a ranged affliction negated by will, entranced, compelled, controlled.
Okay. Does Joseph call out the names of his spells?
He's works just like in D&D. He speaks some sort of vaguely Latin gibberish.
Okay. Which
And
is
then
too bad.
with an Arcana check or its equivalent can identify what's being cast.
Yes, but of course the clown has no way of knowing.
Yeah,
But it's too bad,
suppose
because
I suppose there would be an expertise. If somebody had expertise magic, they could tell I was casting that.
Yes. The only reason it'd be funny is because if the clown knew exactly what he was casting, he might just submit to it. He's okay with dancing.
Does a 30 hit him when he's paralyzed?
Yes, a 30 will hit him when he's paralyzed.
That is a rank 10 affliction.
Okay. Right. List me off those conditions again.
Mine?
No,
No.
level 1
yes.
is...
Okay.
Yeah, level 1 is entranced, level 2 is compelled, level 3 is controlled, but instead of being under control, he dances.
Wouldn't compel be the same thing?
No, compelled is, he just dances instead of being controlled, instead of having the mind control happen. It's the only way I could find to make that spell do what it does in D&D.
So nothing happens because he can't.
Yeah, but if he's under the effects and he shakes yours off somehow, he'll just dance instead of being able to do what he wants.
He'll also be compelled to dance, I guess, so he'll just kind of waste his turn.
He is currently compelled.
Good. Then he's gonna try. Then he's gonna be head jiving instead of being able to talk.
He's still not, actually. His legs are twitching, and his arms clearly want to move, except for the fact that they physically can't. His head continues on talking.
Son of a bitch.
I'd really recommend you stop trying to do anything to make it so he wouldn't talk.
I don't think we can shut him up even if we wanted him to.
Okay, that's my turn then. Throglax's turn.
Thorglax.
Now he's going to try to hit him with a poisoned arrow.
Well,
Okay.
he's defenseless.
But
so
how does
that
that
means-
work with the heavy gravity field?
Well, defenseless. The heavy gravity field you have to decide. Defenseless means you can make an attack as a routine check.
Okay,
What's the
It's
strength of the field, I guess?
here's a question. Is Throglax aware of the gravity field?
Well, it's not subtle.
Will things have flattened to the ground?
Those garbage bags in the corner, for instance, will have gotten significantly flatter in the interim. By
And
the way,
the
how
reason
many G's is this gravity field supposed
that
to be?
I don't honestly know. Partly because Warp doesn't know that information, so I don't have to define it really.
I would assume it just negates his ability to do it as a routine check.
Yeah.
Just make a roll for it.
That being said, it is noticeable the fact that the reason they're paralyzed is they have to spend all their time trying to keep standing.
Yeah, so we're probably talking acceleration couch type strength. So let's assume 10 Gs ish.
Does 27 hit him?
A 27 will hit him in this case.
Good. He's getting hit with a rank 10 weakened progressive contagious weakened stamina.
He has been pierced. It is in his arm. For now, anyway. You, of course, don't know how the weakening is going.
No,
One second. Did you just say that poison arrow is so poisonous it's contagious?
Yes. Anybody who touches him also gets poisoned.
The hell?
I don't think that's what it actually does.
No, it spreads the poison throughout his body so efficiently that it'll spread to others through touch.
So he just starts to sweat poison. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't think I need to state how badly that might go.
Oh, I know there's downsides to it.
In any case, Warp Shaper.
Okay.
I don't know, just keep him pinned and keep shooting him with arrows. It seems to be working.
Oh yeah, like she's gonna actually think that through. That's funny. So right in the middle of that room, she's throwing a singularity.
I mean, like the middle, or...
Yeah, trying to basically pull him into the center of the field.
Okay.
I'm just gonna make it as a routine. But that being said, it's an AoE, so it actually don't know how that works.
I don't think he can take it as his routine, I don't think.
Right, but he can't dodge. So...
Yeah, he literally can't dodge, so...
So we just go on to the next step.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
takes it.
So you both basically take it and get thrown into this, basically the ground, because she's doing it at the ground and not midair. So
Isn't it? Didn't you put the center behind Mr. Smith?
basically, yeah, the ground there. She's trying to slam them into the ground in the middle, not like through the air.
Mr. Smith, there's a clown on top of you.
And yes, she doesn't know it's contagious, so yay!
Well, if he's still talking, I'm too busy listening to this fascinating
Yes.
story.
Yes, he is talking to you, and now there is poison getting to you, which of course doesn't mean anything to you.
No, damn thing.
And we'll need to take toughness against this damage.
Yeah,
What
what
is
it?
damage
Well.
rank is it? Rank?
That is a rank 11, penetrating 11 hit.
Alright.
You hear a distinct snap from the direction of the clown.
What kind of snap?
Bone!
Fuck.
I think I'm fine.
Yes, you're fine right now.
The clown's bones are all broken.
On me.
At
I'm
that
very hard.
sound, she actually is going to drop everything
Oh, lovely.
in panic.
And somehow this idiot's still babbling.
Yeah, he is still babbling.
That is his power.
Her affliction ends instantly.
But now he's
All
dead.
right.
It's because it has no lingering effects. So
Now
the
he's
moment
doing
that
the-
affects, it ends.
Okay.
They're back.
Question for Joseph. Does the dancing start even when they can't actually dance, or are they going to try and get up and then dance?
You can dance on the ground.
It's all it says is that they dance. So I assume he's going to have to try to stand up to dance.
Alright.
Guess he's doing the worm? I don't know. Get off me.
In any case, Avery.
So, yeah, there are some odd sounds coming from that next room.
Yeah, you heard snapping. You hear some kind of conversation going on this entire time.
Yeah. How does my new body feel? I mean, I know she's got a torn off ear, but how else is she?
Oh, bruises and lacerations all over under the armor.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of tired, like she's been doing heavy exercise for hours.
Okay, and no broken bones as far as
No.
a brief examination can tell.
Nothing seems to be actually broken. Something
Alright.
might be fractured. Like it seems like some of her toes might be, but
Okay, nothing major. Pain, but mobile.
yes.
All right.
And speaking of, for the moment, there you go.
Good to I'm going to get her up and then reach out to every creature that crawls, slithers, or poops in the walls.
Joe from accounting swings by, and
This is at one time, and I pay for it for eternity.
Basically, every wild animal within half a mile that is under, say, 4 pounds, I'm screaming out free food.
I don't think I have a token for a swarm of rats.
I do.
We're gonna be drowned in the fucking things.
What about a swarm of minotaurs?
Half mile in a major city. We're gonna be like knee deep in the fuckers. Some of those fuckers will be big as dogs.
Some of them will be dogs.
Yeah, that's true.
4 pounds.
You
If
look
there's
at
any
Chihuahua.
chihuahuas around, yeah. Also, wild animals. Tamed ones I would have to make a what's name? A persuasion check. However, this is a very rapid communication. Let's see here.
Well, I can tell you right now, there are holes in the walls that these rats will swarm out of for right now. Are you telling them where the food is, or are they just coming to you?
I point an arm and tell them in the purple clothing.
He is not wearing purple.
Oh, right. It's puke yellow, not purplish
Yes.
as on the
Puke
token image.
yellow.
Puke
Well,
yellow.
his hat and collar, whatever you want to call that, are purple, but he's in a yellow jumpsuit.
In the piss yellow clothing.
Well, rats do know the color of piss.
They're very familiar with it.
Miss Murphy,
Yeah.
rats go flowing under your feet.
Insert panic scream.
I'd be laughing, but I'm too busy watching this clown talk.
She would totally destroy them if she could. Oh god, how close underneath her do they go?
I mean, the rats are not very big.
I know, but she has to be low enough to look through this.
Is she on anything, like a box or?
Well,
She's floating.
she's
Less than
floating
feet from your
but-
feet.
Yes, but her shield extends further than that.
Assuming
Okay.
she doesn't want the shield to touch the ground.
How tall is she?
20 feet.
5'6".
The doors are about 6 feet high.
Short doors.
They are short doors, yes.
I can squeeze underneath you.
Which would
Is she comfortable
leave-
floating horizontally?
Not really. She's not
Which is-
experienced enough.
I would say there's about 2 feet between her and the ground. Are there going to be mulched rats?
You're gonna need to roll for them. They're passing right through a gravity shear.
Okay, Avery.
Yes.
Avery's stuff keeps getting blocked by his own party members. I'm sorry, Avery.
You see about a third of the rats you summoned run under Miss Murphy's feet and become clouds of red.
Oh god. And since it's whirling around her...
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
The rest kind of skirt to the sides of her as they go through the doorway and are okay, but...
Okay,
So-
her yell of surprise has now ended up in a shriek of terror.
As rippling waves of red, akin to a Sonic 3 fire shield, form around you, but it's all blood.
And rat organs.
No, the rat organs have been completely disintegrated into just blood.
Wow, that's impressive. Enjoy your blood ball.
I didn't know blood mages existed in this setting.
Hey, at least it's not human blood.
Oh, God.
Anyways, I'm expecting that they're just going to mob, tackle, and or swarm over the first person wearing piss yellow clothing that they see.
Yes, they're on their way to doing that, but they've been slowed down a bit by that.
Yes.
And they're all
Also,
get
I
poisoned,
expect-
and that's they're all
I
gonna get
expect
poisoned and
masses
bring
of
it back into
pigeons
the
to be
streets.
coming through that skylight any minute.
Yes, pigeons. Oh, boy.
They're all just gonna kill themselves on this poison after biting him once.
We have spread my poison into the city, I'm sure.
Although your poison is spreadable, it's kind of super lethal.
Oh, I was aware it could be a problem. I just
The
didn't
clown-
think somebody would bring a whole bunch of rats to spread it into the city on me.
Yes, you are recreating the Black Plague. Good job on that.
We saved Chicago.
Oh god.
We're
Well,
gonna be
it's all
hearing
this,
about
right?
people just dying of poison in the news for the next 3 weeks.
The clown stands up from being on top of Mr. Smith, and he does actually stop talking. So, Mr. Smith, you are no longer entranced.
That was an interesting story.
Yeah, it ended with him being really annoyed about like a newscaster who'd been talking about him.
You kind of
Which
left it
then-
on a cliffhanger there.
Which then strikes you as odd for the fact that apparently a newscaster was talking about this guy.
I didn't know you were on the news. You don't seem the type.
But yes, anyway, he is deeply frowning now, which is the first time he's frowned this entire time. And also his hand is dangling limply from his arm.
You should get that checked out.
Yeah, they're trying to do that every time.
Yes, his feet are currently dancing. It's a very... I don't know how else to describe it. It's a white person dance. He's just kind of shuffling in place in a way that could vaguely be seen as dancing.
Every day I'm shuffling.
Not very dance-like for what he's doing, but then he is being forced to do it. This is not his natural dance.
As fun as this has been, I'm going to stomp on you repeatedly now.
In any case, he keeps frowning. His gaze turns to the swarm of rats now coming his way. His frown becomes more of a thinking one. And then he turns over and places an ear to the trash bag as best he can while his feet are moving. Like he's listening to it. His turn's not done yet, but if anyone has a reaction to that, go ahead.
Can Kaylee even see with blood swirling around her?
It's not covering the entirety of her bubble, but it's mostly blood, yeah.
Great.
I mean, I go for a Shoryuken here, but I don't think it hit, so...
No. The voice that you can speak in reaction to him turning to listen to a trash bag.
You really are insane, aren't you?
My
It's
ears
totally-
are burning. I hear someone talking about me. I need to go see them. I can't let them talk about me freely.
And he opens the trash bag and shoves his head into the trash bag.
Oh no, he's going to spread the poison.
Well, at
And-
that point, I'm going to use my hero point and grab a leg.
You grab a leg.
His leg.
Yes. You have grabbed one of his legs as he is suddenly being pulled into the trash bag.
Well, I grab the trash bag and his leg and pull one in each direction and see which happens.
As a reaction, I'm going to use my second victory point to spend that for him and give myself a victory point so I can act out a turn. Because I'm gonna run over and I'm gonna fly over and dive into that garbage bag ahead of him.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Smith, in the process of both of you, Joseph has dove into a trash bag and promptly brained himself on the concrete floor.
Oh, it didn't work like I expected.
I mean, you're trying to follow cartoon logic. I mean, credit where credit is due, but I don't think his powers go with you.
And because of that, you have pulled the clown out of the trash bag, and he looks very amused. You can't follow me on the trash bag. They're not talking about you. They're talking about me.
Speaking of talking, I am now going to beat you in the face until you stop.
Yes, go ahead.
Right, he's in my grip now. Sorry, butthole, but you screwed.
Was Kaylee in line of sight of me when I did that?
Yes.
So, let's see.
So she has a free victory point to spend.
She's
All
in
right.
a blood bubble.
Yeah, right now,
fuck.
I'll use it on her turn. She's panicking.
Oh, I'm just letting
So,
you know you have it. So
I don't
so you
really
use
need
it.
to do anything. I'm theming it as him repeatedly, like Hulk smashing him Loki style against just the concrete for a bit. And you need to roll toughness against a rank 8? Yeah, rank 8 damage
Okay.
effect.
As a reaction, though, I might need you to roll something.
Okay.
I need to see what exactly it would be.
I mean, if he starts bouncing around like a spring toy, I might stop, but...
You're in the Ford effects, right?
Hey, yeah, I'm fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
he already got
poison
the
will
poison
not bother
on
me.
him. Yeah, no, he's fine.
Okay, just making sure.
If you're attacking my fort, you're wasting your time, basically.
Just don't touch me after touching him, please.
I'll try not to.
Okay, I need you to make an agility check.
Curious. If this is to do with him trying to slip my grip, I will point out that I have improved hold.
It is a special power that is very separate from the normal
Okay, I thought
grappling
it was just some
mechanics.
sort of... I don't know. Agility?
Yes.
That.
Unfortunately, even that is not good enough.
Well, this is directly hitting his... He's going to take the damage, but he might flip out.
When-
did he make
when-
his resistance? Did he make his resistance check against poison at the end of his turn?
No, I forgot that it is a thing that happens multiple times. Checking.
Yeah, it progresses until it goes away. It recovers at the rate of 1 per round and progresses until he hits -5, at which case he becomes incapacitated.
He has resisted it.
Okay, and from here on it'll heal at the rate of 1 per round. Then
Is it still contagious after he has resisted it?
it is contagious until his stamina goes back to normal.
All right. Mr. Smith, you smash him
order
against.
of operations, so did he resist my damage effect? Is what I'm just curious.
Let me get to this. You
Okay.
smash him against the ground, and he hears a squeak.
Oh, that's hilarious.
God.
You are holding a balloon version of him.
Eh?
You're holding a like a balloon animal that looks vaguely like the clown.
I sniff. Is it the clown just trying to screw with me?
The clown is standing behind you.
Oh. I punch him in the face really hard. Now go on. Was that... Yeah?
This is a specific one of his abilities in which, if you ever try to grab him, he is going to replace himself with something.
I'm gonna hit him really hard with a balloon animal.
I don't know how really hard you get when it comes to a balloon.
Well, my question though is, it kind of matters for robot operations. Does it happen the moment he's grabbed, like in the attempt I try and do something with him while he's grabbed, or is it like he takes the hit then does it?
It has two different forms. It happens the moment he's able to do it, which in this case was as a reaction on your turn, because he was in the middle of doing something else when you grabbed him.
Okay, so I never actually got to the point of that means I still have the rest of my turn then. Okay.
Yeah, no, you have an action.
Nah, my whole turn thingy to do. In that case, kind of tired of your shit, clown boy. And I'm just checking something.
I will point out that you should both be aware of the swarm of rats that has now entered the room.
I could not care less. Let's see. I'm going to attack him in a way he's probably not expecting from Mr. Smith. Probably won't work, but I like trying options. Alright, this will be a demoralizing threat. I am attempting to intimidate versus... Actually, what I'm going to do is trans-fucking form, so I'm going to fucking do. I'm going to do this right. He's tired of this shit. Can I have my big scary token, please?
Oh boy.
He's lost patience with the clown.
I didn't expect you to have any patience for the clown.
Eh. He doesn't like breaking property. I mean, okay, he does, but he knows it's bad.
Your token is there.
Thank you. This Smith build this corner over here. So yes, he rises into his monstrous form.
Your head crashes through the ceiling.
Naturally. Shifts so his head comes bashing through the ceiling near Babbler. And roars. Very, very loudly. Specifically, this is demoralizing, so it's designed to... Well, it's designed to intimidate, of course it is, but it has specific effects. So, in this case, it's going to be my intimidate roll versus your insight or will, whichever is better for him. Okie dokie.
Go ahead and roll, then.
This does appear to be a contest, so yeah. Well, that fucked up, but it's not an intentional failure. I just rolled minimum. And it is insight or will.
You're fine.
He has failed. How much did he fail by? I don't believe he failed by 4. I think it was just 2.
No, he failed by 10.
Oh. Well, okay, he has the full effect then. He is disabled, which does not mean it's not as nice as it sounds. He just has a -5 penalty to everything until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
He is sufficiently intimidated. Because a giant fucking T-Rex just roared in his goddamn face.
Yeah, he stands there for a moment.
Bad kitty! Bad kitty!
You're the one person I will eat. I am allowed one. I am picking you.
Joseph, go ahead.
I delay my turn until after Throglax. Because I like to
Throglax,
abuse
go ahead.
game mechanics. Throglax is gonna whack him in the face with another poison.
Okay.
I'm gonna check to see if this I think it applies to defenses as well, but I'm gonna check.
Yeah, I believe it applies to everything.
Yeah, that's why I picked it. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's the attack.
You have hit.
So, rank 10 progressive poison.
In the middle of the arrow flying, he turns to look at you, and the arrow goes through his face and comes out the other side.
Oh, well. That's Throglax's turn then.
He gives you a wink and a kissy face.
All these garbage bags here.
Yes.
Are they all touching each other?
Generally speaking.
Okay, I'm gonna greater teleport them all out of this room.
Okay.
Poof. Actually, you know what? I got a really long range, so I'm gonna put them on the other side of the city somewhere, and I'll come back next turn.
Okay, you have poofed the garbage bags away. I think we can just acknowledge that they're away.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm on the other side of the city somewhere.
Okay. Miss Murphy, you're in a blood bubble.
I'll Also, you probably heard Tyrant.
And you have a victory, and you have a free victory point to spend.
You're assuming she cares about hearing Tyrant after having just had a swarm of rats run under her and
It's an
then
impressive sound.
screaming.
I think it might be the first time anyone's heard him roar in this party.
Depends. Did he roar when charging the Ice Devil?
I don't think so, no. He was trying to not present himself, I guess. Like, he knew intimidation wasn't going to work on a ice block.
Fair. Miss Murphy, go ahead.
Just drawing this up.
Yes, what is the degree of your panic?
You can use a victory point to overcome your panic.
Considering it's not actually a mechanical version of it? That's kind of the degree of her panic.
Well, I'm glad I got out of there.
She gone.
Okay, what is this exactly?
This is basically the opposite. This is a damage attack pushing things away. So it's basically singularity, but in that direction.
Okay. Kaylee. Do you want a victory point?
Sure.
You get a victory point. This power goes out of your control.
Yay.
Now spend the free victory point I gave you to bring it back in control.
Nope.
That's not how that works,
I
unfortunately.
know.
Give me a second. I have to redraw this. There.
Now, this is a move object,
Yep.
resisted by what? Strength again?
Well, this is a damage.
Right.
So they have to dodge first, basically, because it's an area hit.
Tyrant.
It has a lot of things put onto this, including her gravity shear that's on her shield is attached to it now.
Well,
Yeah.
the most important thing is this a penetrating of any
Yep.
kind? Okay, then I am affected. I don't need you to ignore it. Is any of it on fortitude?
No, I believe it's all just toughness.
Goodbye, family of rats.
Yeah, they're not having a good time.
No, you have lied to them. There is no food, only death. Well, since I'm not outright immune so far, you
Roll
guess I'll
dodge.
Roll dodge. I just roared at him, so I guess I get full dodge for once. Yay. Aren't I impressive?
Yes, your full dodge of 8.
Yeah, I don't dodge. I don't move.
Yes, what is the DC increase to with this?
Oh, the DC can't change because unless because we didn't allow past grab.
Right, because you were designing
Level.
it before, but this is not actually how that's working now.
Yes, so you have to decide that one.
Okay. Well, we know Tyrant didn't pass.
Which is der.
The rats have not passed.
Duh.
And Babbler still has, even with that -5. If you want to know something that he can do, it's dodge.
He
That
seems
means
good at
he
that.
takes half.
Yes, he takes half.
He's still gonna possibly get hit with gravity weaken, like everything in this cone.
Dumb question for Babbler. If he's doing the dancey dance, does that impede his dodgy?
It means he turns the dance into a dodge.
Fair enough. I know it for the one this character. I believe it.
It means he does a catapult through the air as part of his dancing.
Continue.
So on top of that being,
Oh, is that including the -5? Shit, I almost forgot to ask.
Yes, I did mention that.
Okay, good. Alright, sorry, I'm dumb.
also, on top of that, her gravity weaken hits, which affects all the objects in the area, and goes after toughness.
Is that
Okay.
penetrating? Or is it all penetrating?
Well, this is a weaken effect, so penetrating does not apply. Its fortitude affects objects.
See, now I'm trying to figure this one out. So it hits fortitude, you said?
Yep, it's fortitude to resist, but affects objects, which normally don't get a fort save.
Oh, okay. So I ignore that part because I'm immune to fort. So moving on.
There's actually debate over whether affects objects should affect somebody who's immune to fort or not.
But we're not going to go into that now.
That's
For now.
the,
For now, continue.
Basically, assume every object, because they don't really get a save, is fucked in this area.
This building goes this.
And everyone else needs to make that versus a rank 11 weaken.
Which will be increased by a measure I'm not really saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's by a measure that is decided by how freaked out she is about rat blood covering her. Not really covering her yet, but covering a bubble around her.
Well, does the weakened attack toughness then?
No, the weaken is on fortitude. That's what we're just talking about.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with all the mechanics in play, and I'm sorry.
The damage affects toughness, which we haven't actually rolled for yet. The weaken affects fortitude.
Okay, you tell me, I'll just shut up and sit.
But everything is getting hit by the weaken except for Tyrant. So, anything else?
Actually, yeah. Because she's going to start burning those points.
Okay.
You were just god punching this direction, aren't you?
Yes.
She's
also,
freaked out.
You need to be careful when you erase that. You're erasing Tayo's little square every time.
Shit. Sorry.
But that's just because it's on the same layer. It doesn't matter.
Sorry, I
In any
gotta look
case-
up the extra effort effects because she gets to use 2.
It does increase the DC. That is an option. I don't think you can select it twice, though. That's one of the ways to go past your power level limits. I know that. Yeah, disable just a -5 penalty on all checks. So yeah, on everything. Nice.
Ugh, the link to extra effort's not working.
The advantage, you mean?
No, I'm looking up the exact things I can do with extra
Oh,
effort.
you mean...
extra effort. Gain an additional standard action. Perform one check with a +2 circumstance bonus or improve an existing bonus. Increase one of your hero's powers by 1 rank. Temporarily gain and use an alternate effect. Gain an immediate additional resistance check against an ongoing effect. Retry something that you failed that you normally can't retry. Increase speed,
back.
increase your
Right, so I guess she'll just use it for extra action and... Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, basically, I don't know. The only thing that's important is the extra action. I guess she'll up the rank of it by 1 anyway.
Okay.
And we're back to using a gravity field.
Meaning high gravity?
Yep.
So just to be clear, you're flinging them in one direction while also holding them in place.
No, she flung them first.
Okay, so to be clear,
Actually,
this is happening after.
Yes. So, like, it's going to be centered on this guy if he got moved. But I don't know.
Okay,
where
so
they're
it's
going.
going to be in wherever he is. You mean?
Yes.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Did that destroy all the walls and crap, bring the ceiling down on?
That's
The ceiling has not been brought down yet.
It was being sorted on the back of a tyrannosaur.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me handle this.
It's like having Omega back.
Omega was a little more stable.
Was she?
Not really. She might have had a little more finessable control over her powers, but they were just as dangerous, and hers was a 120-foot cone that she couldn't reduce.
I am back. Hello?
I am back.
I have food to eat, though, so...
No, you don't.
You do. Where'd the hell go?
Something
Yeah.
got dropped here?
Hello?
Hey, we're here.
I'm here.
I'm not entirely... Oh, I see. Yes, we might need those soon, but not quite yet.
Do I need to be rolling anything yet?
Yes, you're going to need to roll on for damage in just a moment.
Okay.
All of these crates are just fucked.
Not even there anymore. Imagine, like, just way...
I'm saying this is where the roof has started to fall in.
Oh, great. Shit's falling on my head. That's always fun. Well, there.
Well, actually, you tend to hold it up wherever you're standing.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Yes,
do it.
go ahead and roll for damage resistance.
Alright, then.
And for now, well, let me just say this. The rat swarm has been mulched.
Alrighty, then.
The rat swarm ended up in general pieces on the walls over here.
It tried.
It just had a very unfortunate run-in.
I rolled about as good as I'm ever gonna roll.
Yeah, no, Tyrant's fine.
Just stands there blinking like, well, that happened.
Yeah, you're still being moved, actually.
I am, for the sake of how far I'm going, I am mass 10.
You're about there now.
Yeah, she moves with increased mass +1 as well.
Yeah, I like I said, you're gonna
And
move me, I
he's-
just don't know where I'm gonna go.
He's over here.
So yeah, she'll be trying to pin him basically in that whole area to the ground.
Okay. Go ahead and draw what it should be.
Probably a big fucking cone, I mean. Oh.
No, that's the field.
Oh, you're god-handing him where you just punch him, then cool. You have a cool subset of powers.
Yeah, we'll need that in a moment, Tile. Thank you.
Cognitive visions.
Yes. Is this pulling you into a center, or is this just holding her down?
This is the literal just heavy field.
The
Gravity
thing that
slammed to
paralyzed
the
us
ground.
last time.
Okay.
It's at rank 12 right now. Resist by strength.
I wasn't actually over there, so I'm just moving
What
myself
were
out of the
the
way.
total afflictions?
I believe it's hindered, prone, paralyzed.
He is actually only hindered.
Okay. It's cumulative, so I'll have to test every turn he's there.
Yes. But yeah. Now that that's over, I need you to make 2 different saves for me.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a will save and a toughness save.
I'm going to assume her roll doesn't affect this. She has a combat roll
No.
for toughness.
No.
So this is what, 15 plus bonus? Or for real it's 10 plus?
What are you talking about?
Saves. I forget the...
You just roll your attribute. The +10 passive is for when people are attacking.
Oh, no,
your
that's
dodge.
active defenses versus passive. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Your toughness is 2, your will is 11. Okay, you managed to not get a headache and be generally exhausted, but here, let me just do this. You're going to go be in the corner.
Describe that a bit more than that, please.
Kaylee does not want to look at anything right now, and is mostly closing her eyes and hovering in a corner because there's rat blood hovering in front of her face.
Makes sense.
Sorry, I blitzed out there for a sec. What happened to you?
She's freaking out right now and can't actually, do anything for a bit.
Understandable.
Avery, you're aware that rat swarm you called has been turned into giblets.
I presume I'm also aware of the sound of a building coming down on its own head.
Yes.
And the roar of a dinosaur, probably, yeah.
Just out of curiosity, how much of the roof just landed a few blocks away? Or was it not quite that strong?
It mostly landed on the building next to you, in the walls of the building next to you.
Okay.
And I would say it's about a fifth of the roof.
Why are we trying to be subtle again?
I never asked that, and I don't plan on doing so ever.
And actually, it will be on Avery's turn that you hear a smashing of the skylight.
Instead of just coming into convenient home. Or like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They
Hitchcock,
are pigeons.
go! Damn it. I need to make that a hero/villain that's just named them Hitchcock, and all they are is Hitchcock movies, and that's all the powers they get.
Yeah.
fairly
People in the
decent,
shower?
What does my movement speed feel like with this injured foot with probably a couple tarsals broken?
Let me check something really quick. You're just down to 15 feet around instead of 30.
Okay. Well, I don't know. This girl could have been a pro sprinter with a base speed of 2, for all I knew. But
Fair. You can up it still with athletics, but it hurts.
yes. And just so I have an idea of how injured she is, can you express that in bruises?
Oh yeah, you have 4 bruises right now.
Okay. Just so I have a game space understanding of how injured she is.
Let's just go ahead and put all those on you. There you go.
Thank you. All right. Then, is she carrying any kind of weapons? They've probably all been stripped from her, but I don't know if the giggler even cared.
There are patches on her outfit that look like they used to hold holsters, and they've been literally torn off.
Yeah, that was probable. Still worth checking. Okay, I'm going to hobble this way. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to double move, hobbling this way. And all the while, keeping the message out that free food, the guy that away in piss yellow clothing.
The pigeon swarm has arrived.
Oh god, birds!
The pigeon swarm will fly past Tyrant's head and enter the gravity
Oh, God.
field.
And they all hit the ground in a splat.
Oh. Kaylee's killing all these animals.
I call this pest control.
No.
This is too good.
So,
Tyron just watches this happen as they fly forward, hit the thing, go.
well, they probably don't all die immediately. They're
No.
just grounded.
They don't even go splat, but they do drop and kind of land on the ground trying to tell what the hell's going on. Just, oh god.
I never liked pigeons, but this seems cruel.
So, about something that none of you who don't have my sheet open in Hero Lab could possibly know. This power is labeled Friend of the Forest.
No, it's not.
Yeah. You're really not.
All I wanted the animals to do was to harass him, and no, you guys are too lethal.
No, don't even blame them. Don't. I'm not even trying.
Oh, jeez.
We're too passively lethal.
Moving on.
It's his turn. And
What's left of him?
he's visibly in pain, bleeding from a few places. But he turns back to giggling.
You won't keep me from my adoring fans. My adoring fans are talking about me. I can hear them. You're not going to keep me from them.
And he dives behind this shelf here.
All right.
You can't see him anymore, but, I mean, he dove behind a shelf.
I mean, I can blow another point to get at him, but it wouldn't make sense to.
Mr. Smith, make me a perception test.
All right.
You don't smell him anymore.
That's just fucking weird. Stomp, ruin everything in my way. Stomp. Be no extra sure. Stomp.
Yeah.
I can do this for a while. I don't mind.
Didn't he just knock down the walls?
Yes, he just
I give a
walked
shit.
right through the walls.
Oh.
He literally just stomp. I'm rampaging. I'm stomping over here, and I'm making sure this place is flat as a fucking pavement. And if there's no clown, I shrug and go, "Clown's gone."
There is no clown. You are no longer in initiative.
Yeah, I figured that
stopped
out
him
the
from
second he grabbed the
leaving.
trash bags,
What?
but I couldn't think of a logical reason why I would know that to try and stop him.
Poof. Well, that stopped him from leaving. What in the nine hells happened here?
Well, for once, it wasn't me.
The pigeons are still walking along the ground inside the gravity field that seems to still exist.
The girl.
Are they not paralyzed? How good is their fucking...
They are moving incredibly slowly. Like, it's... Like,
They're pigeons, it's funny.
they're waddling an inch.
Yeah, I would assume the swarm is paralyzed, but that doesn't mean individual birds are.
Turn sort of lumbers over. Normally, I'd just blame myself for this, but the girl, K something. Kaylee, yes, Kaylee.
She's currently, by the way, floating in midair, curled up, and slashing her arms at the blood. Not really dropping the shield, just freaked out and trying to shove it away.
There's a
I could
floating
lick at that.
There's a floating sphere of rat blood hovering around her right now.
I mean, I could lick it off, but from what I remember of her sphere, that would be a bad idea.
That
I
is not
could
a marble
bite
you
it.
want to lick.
I would shatter it and get her attention, probably. I don't know. Magic Man, do you have a solution?
I know, at a character I know...
Joseph, your male. Yes, Joseph.
At a character I know it's going to turn up nothing, but I'm going to spend a standard to use Bardic Knowledge, get plus 22 to an expertise magic check to see if she's got a blood shield or something up.
It is not magic.
I've got nothing.
Tyron tilts his head at Avery. Is that you, Avery? Avery. Is that you, or...
I wave weakly.
Do you have a solution to that? He just sort of eyeballs the blood ball. Because I have my solution, and no one is going to like it.
Kaylee. Yeah, make me a will save.
That's a 1.
Yeah, blood ball explodes.
Nice.
Everyone is now covered in rat blood. Except
I clean
Kaylee.
myself off.
It's what I
I
want
guess-
to do anyway.
Yeah, well, that's... yeah. Is the ball still there, or...
No, she exploded her shield in a shockwave outward.
Ah.
Kaylee, there's no longer blood in front of your face.
She probably drops to the ground at this point.
Turn just sort of wedged his head. Is she alive or not?
There's a dinosaur head in front of you.
No. The fuck?
This strange woman who is favoring her left foot and seems to be missing an ear, and otherwise is wearing tactical gear, speaks up. So, I'd offer to carry you out of here, but I think I've got a broken foot here.
At this point, we need to return. If that being has a walkie-talkie, keep it. And I believe Joseph had the walkie-talkie currently. So get our ride out before the helicopters show up, please.
1 second.
Because they always show up.
Yes, what are you doing for healing there?
That is my cure. That is my cure serious power.
So now
Sorry,
he's
critical.
jovial?
Oh, and that should be plus 11.
Okay.
I'm curing our covert agent. She's bruised.
That's fair.
We will get to that in a moment. Is anyone going to do anything before you start to try and call for a way out? Though you can hear sirens in the distance.
Oh, by the way, Throgdax is the one with the walkie-talkie, so he's calling for the way out.
I'm not convinced the clown is gone. I'm good.
Yeah. She's flying up.
I will attempt to grab you by the hem of whatever it is you're wearing. This is going to be difficult, but I will do it.
Chomp.
Pretty much.
Roll.
Here we go.
What is your parry? Not that good. Kayla, you have been grabbed.
So,
You
massive
literally
jaws.
okay, yeah, that's freaking her out more. Thanks.
Well, he doesn't. He has no arms. I'm going
They
to assume it
exist,
just
but...
the teeth just kind of hook in your belt, close places, and just kind of drag you down.
You do know that's gonna end in her shoving a gravity bolt basically down your throat, right?
Probably, yeah, and he'll just regret that and maybe slam you on the ground a few times. What do you want from him? He has no reaction.
That's okay.
Kayla, make me a will save.
Sort of around the mouth, he's like, "Where are you going?"
Okay, that you are aware there are sirens coming, and that you've already been attacked once in the day. And that now is mostly the time to get out, not by flying blindly into the sky.
Okay, so she'll manage to not lash out and go to more to hyperventilating.
So just bash through this spot and just spatter out on the ground near Joseph.
We still need this roof where we're standing, please.
A bit late.
Put me down.
I said I'd spat you out.
Oh, okay. Then blah.
Okay.
Probably because
I
we
was
were on here.
And
I was
into
just
the
looking up
corner.
how much that heals. You heal 3 of your bruises.
One of you has the talkie, use it.
Throgdax, I already said Throgdax is calling it in.
That's just a funny mental image.
It's basically giving the bomb to Baby Groot.
Robert
Nice.
crackles through the headpiece that has been put on speakerphone option right now. What did you lot do?
But we're always dumb question. Get us out.
Good news. Found that missing agent. Bad news. May have made the site where we found her a little noticeable.
There's blood, lots of blood.
Never mind the blood, we're fine. What's our extract?
Also, the Parks and Recreation Department might get mad at you. I ended up dumping a whole bunch of garbage in the park.
Why would you...
Explanations later. Extract now.
Alright, look at the fucking ceiling again. There's nothing left of it.
There's a bit in the corner over there.
Also, if one of you's a dinosaur right now, don't be.
Oh, for fuck's. Fine. If the clown
I turn
comes with
into a
us, though,
dinosaur.
and stabs me, I'm blaming you. Oh, and naked Mr. Smith.
Clown?
And
up
eyes
and-
closed.
No, shut up and look at ceiling.
And once again, with the blink and a shutter, you're looking at an underground roof.
Kaylee's not. She's looking at the back of her eyelids.
Fair.
Mr. Smith stands there fully naked and just kind of grunts.
Well, we all
That is the
survived.
thing I forgot to request. More suits.
Are we back?
Yes.
We're back. He's not decent yet.
I'm
I'm
making
perfectly
some pants.
decent.
Roberts is palming
Thank you.
his face and rubbing his forehead.
You sent a biologically created war machine, a girl with apparently the ability to mind crush or something, a magic alien, and a ghost. What in the universe did you expect?
I'm not an alien. I was actually born in Chicago.
Well, alright then. There you go.
Not
A
this
local magic-
Chicago, but a
I'm
Chicago.
sorry, I got that confused. A local parallel dimensional magical man. See
I
there?
I expected the property damage. I didn't expect the tales of swarms of pigeons flying through the streets at head level.
That
didn't-
wasn't me.
I didn't expect the trash bags apparently being in one of the parks far from here.
There was an evil clown. They are called clowns, right?
Explain that. Evil clown?
You know, for La Résistance, you've got some fantastic Big Brother level technology there.
It's not Big Brother. It's on the news.
Oh,
Whose brother?
that's a really good
Wait.
one. That's really fast reporting.
What?
We are in a big city.
What? After the... Why would trash bags matter?
Because they fell out of the sky into some picnickers' heads.
That would be part of, yeah.
So did most of the roof.
Well, the bigger chunks landed on the building next to us. Maybe some small chunks, but impaled some poor child somewhere in part of the city. I wouldn't know where.
I may have slightly misjudged how much lower the park was than where we were.
There's no casualties, Miss Murphy. Nobody's really been really hurt. The worst I've heard of is a broken foot.
Oh. Okay.
Positives.
Make that 2 broken foot, but this one was like that when we got there.
Speaking
I
of,
thought I
to
just
keep our
feel
focus
bad.
where it belongs, from my understanding, there was some sort of evil clown with magic powers, and that's about the limit of what I understand of it, that would not shut up and is very resistant to being stomped on, and stabbed and shot and pain. Pain does not seem to stop him easily.
And I had to remove the garbage bags because he was trying to jump into them.
Yeah, he went behind something, lost view, and he was just gone. He could teleport, possibly look up and this.
Clarify. A clown?
He wore a single, suit, like a jump suit, fly suit, them things. Jangly bells on the head, grin, pale face, clown.
He looked like a jester. A strange yellow jester who eats ears.
Yes, I didn't hear about that. What about eating an ear?
You didn't see the ear on the floor? And
Yeah,
the
One of
bottle
the
of
things
the
to
mouth?
focus on.
Let's just call a magical murder hobo a magical murder hobo.
Fair.
Alright, I didn't think that's what you were going after.
It was very pleasing to watch Kaylee push him and most of the building through several walls. And then pin him on the floor, painfully.
Nevertheless,
Look, I
that's
didn't
who we found who had, yours truly captured.
Yes, this is the agent that he talked, yes.
Tyrant, make me an int check.
Okay. This is going to be embarrassing.
Also, stop your token from looking into the camera with those cold, dead eyes.
That didn't work.
That is not a d20.
That is.
Okay, You have successfully remembered that he talked about being talked about on the news.
When you say news, like tonight at 6 there was...
He only mentioned that a reporter talked about him.
I know, like, Tyrant is asking, when you say on the news, do you mean they reported a warehouse suddenly exploded? Or there was a T-Rex rampaging downtown more at 7? Because those are two very extremely different scenarios for me.
Breaking news of some kind of gas vein detonation in a warehouse, and slightly less breaking news of sudden trash bags appearing in a park. That
None of it matters than just usual claptrappery. Those in the position to know will know, and nothing changes.
Okay, stop. Everyone stop.
Yep.
Out of character, I'm going to remind you that
Yeah.
Tyrant would be aware this would have been in the past that he was talked about in the news.
Yes. I've got a good enough perception check that I could retroactively have overheard that conversation. If you would like that check made, unless you think the warehouse is too echoey and there was too much else going on.
There was stuff going on, but not enough that you couldn't make a roll for it.
I'm gonna be missing something.
Well, I did hear it, but I don't think my character really gets the finer points of how journalism works in this world yet.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah, I must have missed a cue or something. What?
Yes, hell? Avery did hear it.
You mean when the clown was talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, he was on the news. Huh.
Yes, this was part of his story that you were so enraptured in hearing.
And I think he said that we can't keep him away from his adoring fans? Just as he made exit stage right?
He looks extremely distinct. We need to look through, I suppose, news for a while.
I was hoping you weren't talking about this particular person.
Oh, good. You know something and just been holding it back against us on the vague hope that it wasn't him, even though it most likely would be. Could just speak.
Well,
please.
I was hoping that the strange character you encountered, who apparently is able to go toe-to-toe with a dinosaur and other people like yourselves, was
really
not
toe-to-toe, more just avoid instant death.
Did you kill him?
Almost. He
But
had
did
to
you?
run.
But did he run because he was scared of you, or did he run because he didn't want to be there anymore?
Little option A, little option B.
Then until future notice,
entirely option B.
Then until future notice, I'm going to say he stood toe-to-toe with you and didn't die.
Fair.
I was hoping that this would not be at all linked to the same person who has been reported in the news as the latest serial killer, found carving smiles onto people's bodies.
Did he take their ears?
In some cases.
So a corpse may mean psychopath, with power enough to get away with it and not die to a good stomping. Irritating.
Yeah, well, the media has given him a name.
I look puzzled, wondering what a serial is in my head. You see the bardic knowledge flash, and then I go, oh.
I'm going to assume they named him Babbles.
Babbler, but yeah, apparently he never stops talking.
Yes, I got that impression very closely. My second guess was Chatterer.
According to which victims who survived?
Oh, not the victims. When the police have seen him the few times, and then he disappears, which they usually just took as him having a getaway vehicle. But I guess not.
No.
Gotcha.
Which,
Gotta
speaking
get away
of, if we're going to
hard.
deal with him, we need a way of stopping that. I'm going to assume he has to break eyesight or something. Pontification for later. Do you have any protein or steaks or both?
I'll put it higher up on the priority list.
Sorry, after expressing energy, I need more. That, and frankly, I don't think I've eaten all day.
Hey, Joseph. You have any experience with counseling? Any chance?
Counseling?
Talking people out of their talking people out of thinking they're going crazy.
Not really.
Yeah, you didn't look like the sort. Oh God. Do I look friendly right now?
No. Your ear is missing.
I shift the balaclava around.
That is not going to assist.
Just a second. I teleport back to the warehouse, pick up the ear, hold it up to your... teleport back, hold it up to your face, and try another healing.
And that's just strange, but useful.
That doesn't work, and we're going to close on you trying to reattach a severed ear.
Well, that didn't work. I guess you need regeneration power.
Just a moment more before we do wrap. Because let me at least finish that paragraph of thought.
Go
right ahead.
All right, I'm just going to take the balaclava off.
You are a vaguely attractive brunette.
Okay. And as an entry point, someone needs to talk to Miss Murphy here before she goes before she just caves in under the stress.
She will break or she will adapt.
And that's why you're not the one doing it.
Precisely. Doesn't make it any less true.
Throgmax will take on this responsibility with his massive insight.
Oh, God.
That will be hilarious.
Please tell me that's not a euphemism.
No, he has 10 insight.
Better
I
than
have
us.
18.
Well,
You'd
you go
probably
do
be the
it.
best to do it then.
Spooky.
Counselor Ghost, get on it.
Hey.
I've
Do the whole
spent how many
vase
centuries having to piece together other people's lives every once in a while? It's one of the things that he does.
Yeah, just enter her head and fix it.
No.
Yeah, go for it. That'll end well for you.
We're doing this with conversation.
Oh, it's Casper, the friendly guidance counselor.
All right. So, will I see you all next week?
Yes.
Most likely.
Yeah.
This was fantastic. I'm going to go eat. But this was really fun.
Be aware you're probably going to see Babbler again.
Well,
Yes.
I'd be disappointed if we didn't. That was fun and silly.
That was interesting. Slapstick
You got
film is
away
always...
with better.
I was hoping for more slapstick on the side of, oh God, what the fuck is this? But
We're a
Oh,
pretty
God,
lethal
we're
team,
killing
all things
pigeons.
considered. Kaylee is really nasty on the offense, and Mr. Smith / Tyrant is hard to get around and deal with.
And
It's like, I need to take
teleport
out
trash
Kay.
bags.
And, Joseph's just applying all kinds of weird shit. And then
yeah, I
Mr.
feel bad for you that you took a turn to teleport the trash bags and they really have nothing to do with his power.
Well, we think his power has something to do with him literally, exit stage left.
Oh,
Once he
we
breaks
were-
line of sight, he's... Whew.
Well, my plan was to come back and then put him in an Autolux resilient sphere. But
Yeah.
somebody let him get away first.
Hey, shoot, I had the thing cornered, then Warp Shaper removed the corner.
That's fine.
Look,
I was just worried. I
She's-
was just going to put him in the sphere, but I was worried he'd hit the dodge and land just outside of it beside the trash bag, and I wouldn't be able to stop him.
pretty much get used to her ruining your plans.
I could have, spent the hero point to stop him, but like I said, it didn't logically make sense for me to be familiar with the power that he had, and didn't want to.
Oh no,
Anyway,
going
food.
behind those shelves. Whatever shall I do? Stop.
Stop. Yeah, it doesn't. He doesn't think like that. He was starting to though. Anyway, bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah, you'll
Nice.
be ready with Dragon Age next week, Chris?
Yes, I have been ready for a while.
Yep, alright.
What's
Cool.
a dragon?
See you. See you all later.
Night.
What's a paladin?
Oh god.